the membrane to teleport around this world.
I'm sorry. It's probably not safe here. To be blunt, we're getting ready for a battle.
How do I get over there? I don't know if I can yet or not. How do I get up there? There's something up there that I want to look at. Almost looks like the sphere we were trying to... It looks like this can rotate, because there's another thing right here. There's like this whole little secret area that I can't access yet that gives access to the bleeder. Why can't I use the boat and just row over there? Okay, so we figured out how to move that anchor. That is going to give us access to the other side over here? Yeah, because we can not go down that way. I'd also be curious to see what is different on the other side because the anchor's over there now. Oh, wait. This is not the right way. I forgot. I have to go down all the way. Down there. This will be curious to see what is... Can't take any shortcuts. Is what changed over on the other side because the anchor's over there now. That might give us access to something else as well, potentially. Something to keep in mind. Okay. Nothing over here. Nope. Okay. Can I not actually... Okay, I can't go over here. What are you? You look like another elevator, potentially. No, you're the exact same as the anchor, just without the bottom part. It's interesting that there's no controls on those, though, so it's almost like... But there's a way to step onto them. Whoa. Is that a skeleton? Oh my god. That was not what I was not expecting to see that kind of stuff in this game. It almost looked like that skeleton was like halfway in when the teleportation happened. So it got cut in half. That's kind of dark. Okay, this world has opened up for us a lot. Sorry about that. And we continue. This music's something else. What are we looking? That's how I get to the tree. Oh. So how do I get down there, is the question. What is that sound? Almost looks like there's a path here, too. There's a way to go to there. We'll check that out in a second. Let's go back down to the center area. Yes, goes back down to the center area. I think this is actually where we... No, we went up over there. Okay. So this whole area is just kind of wide open and available. Got it. Not really much going on. It's more just a hub for different directions we can go. Okay, we saw this where when we were going along that tram across the chains. So let's check out up here, as this is the first direction we were shown. Ooh, more narrow. Whoa. He's eating some sort of machinery. A skeleton is. Oh, hi. I didn't even see you. Just chilling? Yeah, so am I. You don't gotta worry about me. This thing's almost remind me of freaking, like, bees or wasps or something. Of which I actually do kind of have a phobia of those. Was that when I was a young kid? I forget how old I was. I was like young, like maybe 2 or 3. I was playing in a field with blue bonnets. It's all caved in over here, and I wouldn't say accidentally, because I mean no, but I got stung several times by a bee or a wasp or something, and then like ever since then I've just had a terrible fear of those flying insects with the giant... Oh, this is membrane. This is a teleport area. Let's see where this goes. More chains. I'm honestly a little turned around. I'm not exactly sure where we are in relation to the sphere. Whoa. Watch your step for sure. Don't want to be falling off. Oh! Okay. I think I kind of see where we are now. That looks like the original ruin. So now we're on the other side that we could see from a ways away. Still don't know how to get over there. I'm also keeping in mind that we need to look for any indicate... Oh, we got another sphere point! Oh my gosh, okay. We will come back to you. We will come back to you. Let's see where this... Let's finish exploring all the new area that we've kind of uncovered here before we take any measures and moves like that. Really no machinery that I can interact with up here. Got another... I'm assuming this is all kind of... Yeah, this isn't anything. This is the path down this way. Looks like we might get to another membrane? No, not quite. Got cave drawings again. And this is another teleport or seed point. This one looks different. Is this a... Okay, that's not a membrane. I was about to say, that seems like the wrong place for membrane to be, because membrane's over there. So we got 2 seed points this way. Interesting. Okay. We will, like I said, we will come back to those. We still haven't really finished exploring all of the new directions that we got available to us. Wait. Do we go up? Do we come up to here, or do we come down to here? I think we came... We came up, so we need to go up more. I didn't even realize this was here. It's kind of insane how much this world has opened up. Holy crap. This looks like it is the other half of the other, by like where we turned on the machinery. Why does this look like some kind of portal, or like... Why did the music just go boss mode all of a sudden? Not that I'm complaining, the music's awesome, but like, what warranted this? Okay, I'm like half expecting this one not to work, because if we remember right, the anchor half of that was kind of broken. Which is potentially like a counterweight or something? It almost looks like some kind of like portal or doorway or something that will like open up at some point. Okay. You do work. I don't think we're gonna see the anchor moving, though. Yeah, it's broken off down there, but this is indeed... Oh, we might have access to the upper area here. We do have access to the upper area here. So maybe I was right. Maybe that's not what that's for. What in the world is the purpose of you again? That's so weird. Okay, I'm not going to question that. And then if I remember right, this was a elevator that we could figure out where it goes. Oh, look, we can get a good look at you now. Look at you. That's crazy. I bet y'all are gonna freak out whenever this thing starts moving. No? Okay. Another seed point? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this... Talk about overwhelming. Oh, this is a pretty big one too, wow. I wonder what determines the size of these things. This seems bigger than the other ones were. Hide door that I can't open. Whoa. Okay. Wait a second. I found it. I know where this teleports to. This teleports to Hunrath, where the giant sphere is on top of the motorcycles. This is the puzzle I was talking about, where I have to line up the stairs. Ho 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 ho. I called this puzzle. I called this puzzle. I will come back to you. Okay. We still have more to go explore, though, so let's go explore. I think we'll focus on that last. The next thing, we're going to go finish exploring, seeing what else we can find. And then after that, we will check out the other two seed points and see where they take us. And go from there on what we need to do next. Because remember, our ultimate goal was we're trying to turn on the trees for all the different worlds. And we found the entrance to the tree here. We just need to figure out how to actually access the entrance. It's really crazy how much that just opened up this entire area to us. I wonder if I'm curious if one or both of those other two swap points potentially go to not Hunrath. Like one of them goes to the plant world that we don't know the name of. Or something along those lines. So if I remember right, we went up there, took that path up, which leaves us... This looks blocked off. Yeah, it's blocked off. Which leaves us... We can't get back here, we can't get back there. So I think there's only one other spot we need to check out, actually, which is this area over here. Oh no, we didn't go this way either. Well, that was fast. Interesting. Looks like almost a bridge we're going to have to figure out how to put there later. Oh, another one of these doors that is locked. I imagine this leads to the same place as the other door that looks exactly like this that we just saw, which means we are probably going to have those as a shortcut that opens, almost similar to the mayor's office in Hunrath. Okay, I'm kind of seeing a pattern, at least with these Hunrath and in this world, and where it seems like the first step to the solving, quote unquote, the world is... Where am I going? I need to go back this way. Is first figuring out how to navigate the world and unlocking all the different paths. And then the second part is then unlock... This almost looks like a spherical area too. Interesting. And then the second part is unlocking a central location that will turn into a good shortcut pass-through with critical information, as well as a way into the heart of that world, which will then let us turn on the trees. What it kind of seems like the pattern is, at least for these first two worlds. I'd be curious to see if that pattern continues through the green and the red worlds, because this is the blue one, and then we also had the orange one, which was Hunrath. So, and the interesting part is we still have areas on both this world and Hunrath that we have yet to access. That being, in Hunrath, we have the entire side by that water, like past the stream, where I have turned that gate, and we can't even mess with that gate anymore. So I'd be curious. We also here, we haven't figured out how to get to here yet. I'd be curious to see if possible. This looks like it's the plant world from what I'm gathering. So let's go check out the other one. See if we can go back to Hunrath before we go to the plant world and actually start unlocking a whole new world, because that seems... That's probably how we access the plant world, is by... And then we're gonna have a teleport from the plant world into whatever the red world is. See, this looks like it potentially goes back to Hunrath based on the coloring, and possibly some kind of tunnel? Maybe it's like one of the tunnels we saw on the other side. Yep, it's orange, so it's definitely Hunrath. Let's see where it goes. This might be the way we unlock the other half of the Hunrath. Well, it's not even a half, it's a... I'd call it probably like a fifth, maybe? Maybe a fourth, if I'm being generous. What was that sound? Y'all. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, I can play it. Oh, look, someone was taking pictures of the other world and framing them. Whoa. Is that a samurai muskrat? That is a samurai muskrat. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just hit its head into the. I will let you be. We got a book, which is going to give us information or lore, both of which I'm happy for. I can go. Oh. Interesting. Some kind of puppet show? Are these books I can actually read? No. Oh, this one is. What? What? Cerberus? Adventures in the Ages of Myst and Beyond. From caverns miles beneath New Mexico desert, the Dunny ruled an empire that lasted 10 millennia. They wrote linking books that allowed them to span universes, ignoring the primitive humans that infested the surface. But the glory of the Dunny was brought low mere centuries ago, and their ages were left empty and abandoned, until now. Called to the desert, we have found our way down to Dunny. Its secrets are in our hands, and its future is ours to determine. The next chapter of Dunny is unwritten. In 1993, Cyan Incorporated introduced us to the surreal worlds of Myst and the Dunny. Now you can make your own journeys, and journeys of exploration and adventure through the ages. Discovery-focused mechanics, play in modern or historical Dunny, unlimited possible environments. I love the idea of having other ways for people to tell stories in the Myst universe. Is this like a or is this like a idea like that Cyan had of like a game to make? Because that would be freaking amazing. Are you just an Easter egg, or is there actually something to do with you? I think you might just be an Easter egg. That's cool. Be curious to know who those people are. Gold bars. Okay, here we go. Awry Larval Notes by CF. Takes about 3 to 5 days for a single awry larvae to change colors after being moved to a new surface. Pulsing stops immediately upon removal from Captar, introduced by polyarchs. Cloning has been extremely easy, like potatoes easy. Organics, plant fiber yellow, bone light yellow, awry encrustment green. Metals gold pink, copper red orange, titanium orange, silver red, aluminum red orange. Tech, Mofang Tech magenta, Villian extrusions, near white. Okay, so they were testing the colors that these... Okay, so these are the larvae. They're testing the colors that these change to based on what material they're attached to. I am curious about the effect of combining various base surfaces. Still a bit odd experimenting with the life forms. The light they emit is handy, given our limited supply of diesel fuel. Okay, I've learned my thing. I'm checking the back of everything I touch now. Okay, so he was experimenting and figuring out what color they take based on what material they're sitting on. Interesting. Whoa. 15. Okay, day 15,997 after Hoonrath. The Villian. They. I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle, or perhaps not. They launched themselves across the expanse of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they were abducted as a whole. Their scoop was moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I have come to believe that they perhaps, more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever this strange system is that we find ourselves in. Day 6,333. I need to write this down. We buried Jaun today. This place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out on the undulating Saurian weirdness. Saurian? Is that the name of the planet? Beyond the cell wall, movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance, but there have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years. But before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately, almost directly towards me from one of the distant structures. It, I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop or turn around or be curious about this strange dome and our world inside it, but it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity until my reflexes took over at the last moment, and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backward or come through into Hoonrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone, and the Mofang vanished, and I was stunned for a bit. But I treated my wits and stepped into the dome myself and quickly got to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared. But as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle the few things in my mind I always wondered. How no one on Earth noticed what had replaced this chunk of Arizona we have here. I was wondering, I didn't voice it, but I was wondering that myself. Okay. Day 16,772. I've got to the vent. Again, there are those who argue with me over and over. I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories, and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us. All of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, just one more vent before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? And this, the arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055, and Vizio got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. What does that mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now when is Earth right now? Day 16,787. It's 3:15 a.m. and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday meditating with the Uri, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW, I had just a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, I just awoke from a dream. I'm not the one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the Uri were able to move something in me to understand, or possibly, because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers, it was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control it and contain it and make it healthier, but the garden seemed to fight me at every turn, and after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration, and as I stood there, doing nothing, the garden flourishing before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction, because I realized the system that the plants were based on was not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control, when they are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness, but from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they are scattered, the higher their odds of surviving. And now that I contemplate, I realize that even the individual plant seeds may not appreciate the benefit of what's happening. They are torn far from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by those new environments, but for those seeds that survive, the seeds that survive, now that's where the real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it all is a system and a structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process and there are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs? So, well, if I look at all of this, the cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions, well, there seems to be a grand system or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account, but it is unemotionally intent on the health of something much, much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but, well, what am I in the entire scheme of the universe? I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I will talk with CW. He could be swayed from his battery plan. Battery plan? I really don't journal much. I come to write this down because I am distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I have set in motion, I realize that I have become the destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write, to seek some cathartic tranquilization, and I realized that the last thing I journaled was some historically beautiful philosophy about letting the garden grow. Not so reaffirming or calming. But nevertheless, here is my reasoning, because I must write this down. Simply, it's us or them. Complexity. If this is some kind of garden, and we're the plants or seeds or whatever, well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive. If the others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive, I am more fit, damn it. This is not me. I want to be calm and garden or ungarden or grow or... I'm not gonna lie, I kind of... What? I'm not following this last couple paragraphs. Kind of garden, and we're the plants or seeds or whatever. Well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive. If the others have unilaterally decided that we all want to survive, I am more fit, damn it. This is not me. I want to be calm and garden or ungarden or grow. What? What gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive, to help love itself to survive? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I'm not even more capable of understanding the situation of hate versus love? Maybe I am the hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I have made? My god, it's too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, then I choose to live within them. I am a seed scattered by the wind, but I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. Okay, that was a lot. So more or less, he was attempting to reason with why the seeds are doing what they're doing. And it did reveal the fact that people on the outside of the seed, or I guess they're calling it the cell. So like, it's kind of interesting that they're going for a this looks like an interesting door. That does actually open. Holy crap. What? They did not just pull a ribbon. They did not just pull a ribbon. Oh my god. For those of you who don't know, there is a puzzle in Riven where you had to, there was a door you opened that blocked the entrance to another location. And because Riven is it's point and click, so you have a set spot you're in, and you click and you move over to the next spot, and then you can kind of look around on there. So you have set locations you can actually stand, and the locations they chose to where you stood in relation to this door, it was very hard to tell that there was a passageway behind the door. So it was extremely hard to actually tell. You could reopen the door or close the door from the inside and be able to actually have access to a completely different pathway. It became a pretty notorious puzzle in Riven, along with several others, because that game is extremely hard. But I was not... I should have guessed it's Cyan. I should have guessed to start making sure I'm looking behind doors, but I'll take that as my cue to start being careful with that. Oh, so it this isn't even this sea didn't even unlock anything new for us, because we could have come here the entire time. Oh wow, okay. But yeah. Well, that's interesting. Let's go check out the other seed that goes to the green planet, I guess. It'd be kind of curious to see what's actually on the other side of this. Whenever it could be, you know what? It might have actually unlocked a new area. It could be completely blocked off. Actually, it looks like it wouldn't be blocked off. It looks like there's a way you can go through it. Possibly, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so that note really kind of put into perspective of there's not really necessarily some kind of plot or plan. It could just be the natural way things happen. And the reason no one knows about this until they're actually abducted is because entities and beings on the outside of these cells don't know they're there, because they just see the other side of what they're running, or what they expect to see there. And It's very interesting them using biology, like by the cells, the membrane, like as a metaphor, as a analogy, in describing these things, because it means they're alive, which makes sense because the things that are doing this are seeds from a tree, which they are alive. So it's very interesting. It makes you think, what is this cell? Because cells are little tiny beings that make up our entire being. So what is this cell? What is the giant being that this cell is making up? Okay, this looks like the exact same as the plant world, so I think I might be right here. Let's see where this actually leads us to. No, I'm not gonna lie, that book, that note that we just read, it was a little hard for me to follow, but that's kind of general idea of what I've gathered from it. Oh, hi. You look familiar. Oh! Okay. Okay. The other seed point's up there, and we couldn't do anything because we were stuck down there. Do you...
I mentioned before that I did not understand this number system. This is supposed to be an intro for the puzzles of the plant world, many of which use this number system in some capacity.
Huh? Did I solve it? I was just playing around. I wasn't actually trying to solve something. I was just trying to see what it did.
However, because of the nature of this puzzle, it is super easy to solve by brute force.
What does that do?
And thus, I did not have any clue that I needed to learn the numbering system properly. Since I don't solve it here, let me explain.
Glowy blue? That puts the door... So, that puts the door back. That makes it glowy blue. Do you do anything? No. And having all four of them connected...
This numbering system is used by the Villian race that call the plant world home. The numbering system is base 4, meaning that there are only 4 digits that are used in it. 0 is blank, 1, 2, and 3.
I don't think this is a
This door has 4 stages. The built stage is 3, the projection stage is 2, the skeleton stage is 1, and the open stage is 0. What number you input determines what stage is fabricated in the door frame. Since it is easy to clear the board and submit to get a clean slate, this puzzle makes it real easy not to actually know what you are doing.
You know what? We still have a lead in the stone world. So let's focus on that. So we can focus like kind of one world at a time. Let's go solve the stone sphere. Need to go. That's right. There's 2 different directions I can go, right? Yeah. So this stone sphere, it's it has 3 different entrances. There's one leading down, a staircase leading down. There's 2 staircases leading out sideways from the original one. So in order, oh, we can't go back that way because there's no call on these things. Oh, I'm gonna have to go the long way around. But yeah, so like it, and we can rotate it inside of Hoonrath. And we're going to have to rotate it in Hoonrath to line up in this world, it seems like. This isn't right. Where am I? What am I walking on right now?
Okay, all we have to do is we just have to match its lower location with where this lower location is.
After we changed the water, we were unable to use this again.
But something is being constructed. Is CW doing that? Because I don't know who else would be doing that. So much nostalgia and so much flashback to the star room from Riven. Like, legitimately. Like, this is what this is reminding me of.
Bye.